So I have a few people in our local club that want to get interested in parks on the air, but they're not sure where to start. So I decided to bring out what I consider to be a very good starter set of equipment, and I want to walk you through your first Parks on the Air activation. We'll get started with the equipment that I brought, and then we'll get it all set up. I'll show you some examples of hunting and activating. So to start, you will need a radio. So today I brought what I consider to be the best starter radio that you can get, the G90. I think it's a fantastic starter radio. This is my wife Anna's G90. It does have quite a few 3D printed parts on it. It has an internal tuner. This is also 20 watts, so this is enough to do a sideband activation without being frustrated. 20 watts seems to be a really good middle ground there. Along with your radio, you'll need a way to power it. This is a LifePo 4 battery, a 12 volt, 10 amp hour battery. These days you can get a LifePo 4 battery for about the same price as you can get a lead acid battery. Right around that $30 mark for a 10 amp hour. This will run this G90 for, you know, a couple hours. We have the radio, we have the battery. The next thing you'll need is an antenna. The two easiest antennas when you're starting out is a 17-foot whip and ground radials. This is a quarter wave on 20 meters. So if you wanted to go on 15 meters, you shorten this antenna down until you're resonant. The next most popular antenna is probably an end-fed half-wave. This is a 40-meter end-fed half-wave. This is about 63, 64-ish feet of wire, and you'll connect it to a un-un. This is a 49 to 1 un-un. With this wire and this un-un, will be resonant on 40, 20, 15, and 10 meter bands. Without a tuner, you don't need a tuner to run this. However, the tuner in this radio will also tune it, 6 through probably 60. You'll need some coax. I have some coax in here. This is some RG316 thin coax. You'll need your power cable and your microphone. So I'm going to set up this end-fed half-wave. You can get a cheap throw bag and a weight and some throw line. That'll get you started. You'll throw the line over the tree and you'll pull up your antenna. Try not to worry too much about orientation, the height. If you get this in the air, you'll make contacts. You don't have to worry about having the perfect antenna set up when you start out. I'm gonna use, this is just a carbon fiber mast. Start out with a $20 throw bag, even paracord and a socket. I'll get the radio set up. I'll show you how I set up this radio for an activation. We'll make some contacts. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory of Parks on the Air. So Parks on the Air, it got its roots in the worldwide flora and fauna. In 2016, the ARRL ran a one-year event called National Parks on the Air. Once it was complete, people really enjoyed going to parks and activating. So that spawned what we know today as Parks on the Air. It was started in January of 2018. It's important to note, Parks on the Air is not a contest. You can make contacts on any band, including work bands. Also, you can do any mode. You can do phone, CW, digital. The only restriction is you can't go through a land-based repeater. So let's start with the reasons why you would want to participate in Parks on the Air. For one thing, this is the best experience that you can get for portable operations. Doing portable operations like this also gives you an opportunity to test out your radio. This is also a really good way to test out different antennas. If you want to test out, a doublet or a G5RV, end-fed half-wave, any kind of antenna, this is a really good way to practice setting them up. I've set up 160 meter full wave loops in parks, all the way down to a short telescopic 4-foot long handheld antenna to make contacts around the world. This is a really good way to practice setting up those antennas and testing them out. This also gets you ready for field day and winter field day. It's a good way to get out and practice those skills. But most importantly, it gives you a reason to get out to a park and enjoy them. These parks are really important to the community. If we don't use them, they just go unappreciated. So go out, enjoy the parks. Some terminology that you'll need to know. There is an activator and a hunter. So the activator is the person that goes to the park and makes contacts. The hunter is the person that responds to the activator calling CQ. If that hunter is in a park, there is an exchange called a park to park, which means that both parties are in a park and you get special credit for that on the POTA website. If you're in a park that is also within the boundaries of another park, it is called a twofer. As long as you're within the boundaries of all of the parks, then you can activate all those parks at once. If you go to multiple parks in the same day, it's generally called a rove, and you can gain awards. So how do you find a park? There are some really good websites. You can start by going to POTA.app. That's the main POTA website. There's a really good park list in there that gives you the parks in your area and also gives you the links to do your research and figure out where that park is. For example, right now we're in Montesano State Park and the pin is in the park. However, Montesano is very large. You can activate anywhere within the boundary of the park. Look for your GIS maps. Look for the park maps that are provided by your state, potamap.us, as well as pota.review. These are really good websites. I'll put them all in the links in the descriptions. Next, we'll go over logging. A lot of people prefer paper logging if they're more used to it, but I will say this: if you start with electronic logging, it is much faster, much more consistent, and it is much easier to confirm that you got the call sign correct. If I hear someone really far in the noise and I type in what I think and it comes back and says no call found, well, you know you didn't hear it right. I prefer using Ham2K portable logger. We'll do an example activation so you can watch me actually use this logging program. Here's setting up a log. When you get the app and you've never set it up before, it'll ask you for your call sign and it will ask you what programs you're interested in. We will hit new operation. When you start the app, it'll ask you for your call sign. It will automatically fill in the station and operator here. We will add activity, parks on the air. If you have a device that has GPS, it will find the nearest park to you. So we're going to click the plus next to Montesano State Park. When we export this out of Polo, it will give us an ADIF file with this name, US 1048 on it, and the date. We're going to go to QSOs, and then this is the main screen where we'll enter in the person that is calling you, signal report that you send them, and the signal report that they send you, and the state. There is no defined exchange for parks on the air, so you don't technically need to even exchange signal reports. You can just get their call and you're good. From this main screen, you'll also see the spots tab. This tab will give you all the people that are currently at a park, what band they're on, the frequency, and their call sign. So you can go and hunt these people. So since we have this up, let's go and do some park-to-park hunting. So we will see if we can hear either of these guys.
Kilo, Foxtrot 8, Charlie, Yankee, Lima.
So we can hear this person really well. So this is KM4 EUG in Tennessee.
This is Kilo Mike 4 Echo Uniform Golf for US Park 11 858. Stand by for second off.
So they're with someone else. So they are also with Alpha India 4 Delta Bravo.
Kilo 9 Kilo November X-ray, got 59 as well.
Kilo 9 Kilo November X-ray. I think is what that call was.
Kilo Juliet 4 Foxtrot X-ray, KJ4FX, you're 59 at the US 11858.
There's actually quite a few people at that park. KJ4FX.
Stand by. This is Kilo Delta 9 Japan Sugar Queen. I've got you 58 US 11858. Thanks for that.
59 off Jericho.
That's got us on this round and calling CQ.
Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie, Park to Park.
Whiskey Charlie, mobile. Did I hear Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie, Park to Park?
QSL. You guys, I have all operators. You all are 5 and 9 into US 1048. That's 1048. QSL?
QSL. And did I hear you say you have all operators already logged?
Roger. I got them all. Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck in 7-3.
Good luck too, 7-3.
So that was 5 people at that park, but these were all at a park So that was a multi-operator activation. There are multiple ways to activate with multiple operators. You can pass the mic, which they did when we first started. You could hear each person make a contact with the hunter. A lot of people will just do all ops, which says, you know, hey, I'm good. I don't have to talk to everyone, but I got all of their call signs the first time when they came around. We got them all logged. So now I have 5 contacts. That was the only people on 40. We can also do 20. There's a contest today as well, which makes it a little bit more tough to find a clear frequency and make contacts. I'm going to go back to our QSO page. I'm going to look at my spots page, make sure I don't see anyone spotted there. I don't hear anyone here yet. So I'm going to tune my antenna. This is a resident antenna. I don't need to, but it's a habit. Is this frequency in use? Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie. When you first start out, you're either going to call QRL if you're in CW, which means is this frequency in use, or you will ask in voice, is the frequency in use. You'll want to do this a couple times, and you'll want to listen to make sure that no one's coming back to you. Is this frequency in use? Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie. This is This is another good tip. You don't have to contact people that are in parks on the air. Any contact counts. We were listening on this frequency to see if it was in use, and someone also called, is the frequency in use, and they started calling for the contest. It's the ARRL sweepstakes contest. So if you know the exchange, you can make a contact with this person. You can also log them in Polo. That's a valid contact. So we'll make a contact with him. This is K4 Zulu Whiskey in Virginia, which is all we need. Again, there's no set exchange for parks on the air. You don't have to exchange signal reports. You can just exchange call signs. That's fine. So in this contest, there are also no signal reports exchanged. So we'll make a contact with him. It'll give him a contact in his contest, and it'll give us a contact at the park. Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie.
Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie, 1312, Bravo, K4ZW, 771 Alabama. Thank you, Kilo.
I'm going to continue looking on the band for clear frequency. So let's go over the exchange. So this is what you'll say as an activator. So when you're activating, you'll call CQ. You will give them their signal report, and then the state, and then you'll say thank you, and then QRZ or QRZ, it means you're ready for the next call. You'll want to keep your park number handy. A lot of hunters will ask you for it. In Polo, it's also at the top of the screen. Is this frequency in use? Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie. Appears to be clear. We're going to hit self-spotting, and you can give a message. Is the frequency in use? Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie at US 1048 Montesano State Park in Alabama, calling CQ for Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie at US 1048, calling CQ Parks on the air. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec. Hey Terry, you're 5 and 9 QSL. Copy the 5-9 Portable West Virginia. Hey, thank you Terry, I appreciate it buddy. 7-3. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie QRZ. Kilo 9 Alpha Echo Echo. Kent, good to hear you buddy. You're 5 and 9 in Alpha Lima.
Roger, 5 and 9.
Roger, thank you buddy, I appreciate it. And 7-3. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie QRZ.
Oscar 4, Bravo Whiskey November.
Kilo Oscar 4, Bravo Whiskey November. Ed, you're 5 and 9 QSL.
QSL, I got you 5-9 over in Georgia. Thanks for getting out there in that park. That's where I grew up.
Roger. Hey, thank you so much, Ed, for the 5-9 in Georgia. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And 7-3.
7-3, good luck.
Thank you so much. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie for Parks on the Air, QRZ. Kilo Romeo 4 Echo India India. Dylan, you're 5 and 9 QSL.
QSL, you're 5-5 into Birmingham, Alabama. Roger.
Roger the 5-5 into Birmingham. Hey, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And 7-3. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie QRZ.
Kilo Mike 4 Zulu Hotel.
The Kilo Mike 4 Zulu Hotel.
Kilo Mike 4 Zulu Hotel.
QSL Kilo Mike 4 Zulu Hotel Zulu. John, you're 5 and 9. QSL.
Roger, you're 5-8, Golf Alpha.
Copy the 5-8 into Golf Alpha. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And 7-3.
7-3.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Fox Mike. Fred, you're 5 and 9. QSL.
Hey, QSL, Brian, good to hear your voice. 5-7, 57, Virginia.
Roger the 5-7 in Virginia. Hey, thank you, Fred. I appreciate it, buddy. You have a good night. And 7-3. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie for Parks on the Air. QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 8 Whiskey Golf Oscar.
Kilo Charlie 8 Whiskey Golf Oscar. Caleb, you are a 5 and 9. QSL.
59 Whiskey Victor.
QSL to 59 Whiskey Victor. Hey, thank you, Caleb. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And 7-3.
Thank you, 73.
This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie for Parks on the Air. QRZ.
Well, anyway, 84 X-ray Oscar.
Is the frequency in use? Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar. Chris, you're 5 and 9.
Well, I know it's a dupe from last night, but you're 5 and 9.
Oh, is it a dupe? Oh, wait. No, it's not a dupe. I wasn't here last night.
Oh, I thought y'all were over there after 7. Okay. Well, hey, 84XO.
Roger, Roger. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie. QRZ.
Kilo 4, Juliet Tango.
The Juliet Tango.
Kilo Echo 4, Juliet Tango.
Kilo Echo 4 Juliet Tango. Devon, good to hear you. You're 5 and 9. QSL.
Roger 5-9, you're 5-8, North Carolina.
Roger the 5-8 in North Carolina. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good one. And 7-3.
73.
This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie. QRZ.
Kilo 4, Victor Zulu Foxtrot.
Kilo 4 Victor Zulu Foxtrot. David, I got you 5 and 9 in the park. QSL.
QS also have you 5-9 East Tennessee.
I copy the 5-9 in East Tennessee. Hey, thank you, David. I appreciate it. You have a good one. And 7-3.
73, have a great day.
Thank you so much. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie. QRZ. Kilo Delta 2 Yankee India Oscar. Jeff, you're about a 5 and 5. QSL. Hey, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate the 4-4 New York. You have a good one. 7-3. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie. QRZ. Last calls. This is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie at US 1048. Calling CQ. Parks on the Air. With nothing heard, this is Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie. QRT. We're going to QRT, which means that we are done with our activation. So I'm going to say QRT. Thanks all. And we're going to respot. This will spot us as QRT, which means that we are done with our activation. It will remove our spot from the active spots on the POTA.app website. So now that we are spotted QRT, it should remove our spot from this page when we're done. So now people will know not to look for us at that frequency. From here, we're going to go to Operation. We're going to do Manage Operation Logs, and we are going to export one selected file, which is POTA activation. Click on that, and it will give us a list of where we can drop this at. We can save it to files. So now that you have your ADIF export, you're going to go to your account up here, and you're going to go to My Log Uploads. This will be your list of logs that you have uploaded. On some screens, you have to turn them sideways. If you're doing this from your phone, you may have to email it to yourself or save it to like Dropbox, something like that, and then upload it on your computer. Sometimes shrinking your phone screen size can also help. But turn your phone sideways, see if that gives you the upload box. Then from here, we're going to choose our ADIF file. So if the park has multiple states, it may ask you which state you're in. And hit logs are correct, and then hit upload. And then that's it, you're done, and your logs are uploaded. So that's how you do a Parks on the Air activation. If you already have a Discord account, join the Ham2K Polo, join the POTA Discord. There's a great group of hunters and activators in the Ham Radio Adventure Guide Discord. There's just a super wealth of knowledge in all those Discords I'll have a bunch of links in the description to all this equipment, the link to the Ham 2K. Definitely reach out if you have any questions. I'm good on QRZ. You can leave a comment down below if you have any questions on logging, any questions on radios, if you have any questions on activating almost any park in Alabama. North of Birmingham, a lot better than the park south of Birmingham, but I've activated just about every park in Alabama. But I'm gonna pack up here. Thanks for hunting, and hopefully you get a chance to get out to the park soon. 7-3.